See the action out on the floor. Giulia and Kiana James getting the best of Io Sky.
Well, Rhea Ripley's yelling at me for some reason. I didn't do anything for once. Just goes to show you the temperament of Rhea Ripley is right at boiling point, and it would behoove both Giulia and Kiana James to ensure that Io Sky does not get anywhere near this tag. Some of that rage that was just directed at me is going to be directed at them, but in a far more physical form.
Into the cover, lateral press, hooks the leg. Count of 2. As Io's just trying to steady herself, looking for any opportunity.
Well, the smarts of Giulia and Kiana now cutting that ring in half, keeping Io on the wrong side of the tracks and just putting wood to the genius of the sky. But I will tell you this right now, it is not a smart strategy to be wasting time in the ring mocking Io Sky. You simply cannot give this woman a single break once you have the upper hand, and perhaps Giulia now realizes that. Or maybe not.
Here comes Giulia charging in and delivers to the small of the back of Io Sky, and you can see her wincing in pain. Here's the cover. And unable to grab gold there as Io survives it.
There's some real professional jealousy, you sense, between these two Japanese ladies. Giulia far from happy with the fact that a marquee name over here in WWE is Io Sky.
James comes in hard to that corner.
A running tackle, nothing pretty about it, but it was effective.
Yeah, there's a certain physicality that being set early on from Giulia and Kiana James.
Oh, that was an absolutely devastating throw into the turnbuckle there. There was simply no way Io Sky could protect herself on that impact, and that was why it was so smart from Kiana James. But of course, fighting away still, there is simply no quit in Io Sky. Tantalizingly close to that tag.
Desperate to reach out, maybe just a foot and a half away from making that tag with Rhea Ripley.
He wants to make the tag to get out of harm's way, but also to protect this championship reign that these two are putting together. And fighting with everything she's got is Io Sky, and you would expect nothing less. So close, but denied again. Perfect there from Giulia.
Back suplex here in the middle of the ring. Women's Tag Team Championship match. Io Sky has been enduring a sustained attack from Giulia and Kiana James, the challengers, the #1 contenders. She is desperate to make the tag to Rhea Ripley.
Well, call it what it is. This has been an absolute mauling of the genius of the Sky. And now Giulia giving Io a taste of her own medicine.
Could we have new champs? That right shoulder gets up of the Io Sky. That missile drop kick sent Io about 3/4 across the ring.
Yeah, and Rhea Ripley, you can see, is sensing championship gold slipping away from her as Giulia and Kiana close in on the tag titles here.
Oh, perhaps an opportunity for Io now. You can see how affected her lower back is from the beatdown that she took. Trying to reach out. Oh, Kiana James took the shortcut. This could be the golden opportunity for Io Sky.
As Io screams in agony, the response from Rhea is block it out and make the damn tag. And Joe, here it is.
Mommy's arrived, Wade. Rhea Ripley giving it right back to Kiana James.
The most
slam down.
Physical woman in the division, cleaning house.
And a little extra something on that basement drop kick.
Yeah, pent-up rage, and now coming unglued, much to the misfortune of Kiana James.
Well, the Razor's Edge is lined up.
The blindside tag there, but I think Mammy actually saw it. Got eyes in the back of her head. Wait a second.
Oh, there's a roll-up. There's a roll-up. tag team championship match here. The intensity is really high. And did you just see the genius of the Sky?
The most high-risk woman we have ever seen in WWE, and once again it paid off. Giulia completely laid out, and in a bad way, and Mami might have put this one to bed.
Two to retain right here, and Kiana James survives it.
And Giulia is now in a bad way on the floor out here. She might be out of this for good as the tag champs close in on what is likely an imminent retention of the gold.
Just looking for Riptide. Instead, James delivers the big kick and then heads to the corner and is on the attack. Kiana James right on top of Rhea Ripley.
A full eye out for writing off the challengers here, who are suddenly picking up a major head of steam. Giulia is now the legal woman. Arriva Dirty from a 401k.
For gold! What a save by Rhea Ripley.
I'm telling you right now, that was over. That was new tag champs 401k from Kiana James, followed up with an Arriva Dirty. But Mami had other ideas there.
The big headbutt by Rhea. And then Giulia sends her across the ring. Back and forth these teams go. Giulia and Kiana James earn their way to be the #1 contenders, and they are bringing everything they have right now. Just looking for Northern Lights bomb, but instead, Io able to counter. O'Connor roll. Could it be a way to retain? Instead, the kick out.
There was a tag there to Rhea Ripley that I don't think Giulia saw. It's been such a chaotic style of match.
There's the Riptide! Over the moonsault! The combo work by the champs! Here are your winners, and still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley!
Well, Giulia